Bethesda Game Studios are set to release a new IP, their first in 25 years, launching, both literally and figuratively, into space. A cosmic RPG set across the galaxy, Starfield presents a unique chance for an experience unlike anything we've seen before. Releasing September 6th, or September 1st for early access, I, like many others, cannot wait to get into the pilot seat of my spaceship and set out among the stars to explore the galaxy. But, until then, let's have a look at what Starfield actually is, how it's looking pre-launch, and dive into the content. I've always loved the games from Bethesda. The apocalyptic wastelands of Fallout 3 and New Vegas were some of the most adventurous gaming experiences of my childhood. From the vanilla wastelands of DC to the highly modded PC wastelands of New Vegas, I spent hundreds of hours in those games. Likewise, Skyrim has become a legendary titan of its generation, with a dedicated fanbase to this day. If we ignore the experimental catastrophe that was Fallout 76,
people start logging into the hellscape that is Fallout 76. And oh dear lord, they never fix the bugs.
The wildly successful history of Bethesda's top releases cannot be ignored. With both the Elder Scrolls and Fallout franchises being highly praised across the board, the games Bethesda release pack a punch that few other games can compete with. Now, Bethesda are back in the pilot seat with a new, exciting idea. Setting out into the stars, the RPG formula players have loved for years will be bigger than ever before. Starfield features recognizable elements from titles such as Mass Effect, No Man's Sky, and Elite Dangerous. But don't be fooled. Bethesda have showcased countless innovations and improvements that will set this game apart from those titles. Deep RPG elements feature heavily throughout the game. Purposeful and indulgent space exploration awaits, enriching stories, quests, characters and environments ready to fill your adventures. Starfield recently went golden, an industry term that signifies a game is officially ready to ship. It's passed QA testing and external verification, meaning it's in a state the studio and publisher are happy with. Bethesda claim it will be the most bug-free launch they have ever done, which admittedly isn't the highest bar for a Bethesda title.
Bugs everywhere.
But there have been affirming comments from a few early access reviewers to back up this claim. One even stating that in their 17 hours of playtime so far, they hadn't encountered any major bugs, save for some of the alien life on the planets. Pre-orders are now available as we speak, on any Microsoft platform. Yes, Microsoft, meaning the game is effectively an Xbox and Windows exclusive. A Steam version is available for PC, so good luck console players. I'll let you battle over the debate for PlayStation in the comments. Pre-installation is also already available to Xbox and Windows users who did not purchase through Steam, which started on August 17th, while Steam players will be able to pre-install the whopping 139GB game on August 30th. Early access begins on September 1st, with the main release date set for September 6th. Gameplay. The big question. What will we, as players, actually find ourselves doing in the game? What do the gameplay loops look like, and what will our purpose be in the vast galaxies of Starfield? RPG. Firstly, Starfield is an RPG. Your purpose is up to you to define as you make decisions throughout the story and throughout your journey. A vast RPG story will provide the backbone for this game. Starting from a blank slate, your character background features all of the customization we've come to expect from Bethesda's RPGs. Perks, background traits, and visual configuration. Working our way up from a humble miner to a pivotal character in the conflicts between massive galactical factions. Major plot points lead the player on a journey to discover the secrets of ancient hidden artifacts, shrouded in mystery. Rival factions compete for power and control of the star systems, and each brings stories that can be pursued in parallel. Progress in one questline will not prevent progress in any others, meaning you can follow the questline of an entire faction independently, or jump back and forth between them, depending on your playstyle. It will certainly be interesting to see what impact this has as you play through the game, making allies or enemies with one faction, and how that will impact the questlines within the others. Are they aware of your progress with the other factions, or are they awkwardly oblivious? We can say with certainty that if you ally with a faction who has enemies, those enemies won't treat you as kindly. But the level of impact that will have on the story is yet to be seen. Combat. Yes, of course we have combat. We have traditional battling on the ground with a wide range of weapons and types, from ballistic weapons to lasers and magnetic weapons as well. Melee combat features too, with perks to upgrade it and make it worth your while. But Starfield brings more. Much more. Low and zero gravity environments bring new dimensions to fighting, literally, from jetpacks and high jumps to literal zero gravity battles. Ballistic weapons will even provide physics simulations, pushing back the player in space, while laser weapons will give a more stable shot and no recoil. Guns are fun, and so is running around, but let's not forget the fact you can also fly a ship, and that ship will come with weapons. Ship combat is something I'm especially excited for. While our ship will be used to fly us between locations, it will also be a vessel for combat experiences. Enemies may warp nearby and begin to attack. You may find a well-equipped ship packed with valuable loot. Ship combat looks highly engaging and intricate, with elite dangerous levels of system management, dogfights, and skill. At a surface level, the aiming comes with assists, which may seem like a downside to some players. Unlockable perks can even augment our aiming to be able to target specific enemy subsystems. But if you're worried about aim assist, fear not. Ship maneuverability in dogfights is already a big factor that we must take into account. And, more interestingly, an intricate power management system will also be featured. With limited resources, and plenty of systems for defense, offense, and maneuverability, the player will need to decide whether they want to shoot harder, whether they want to go into turtle mode, or whether they would like to be able to outmaneuver with agility. The fact that there are multiple systems, not just aiming itself, will definitely bring enough complexity that you will be glad pinpoint accuracy isn't the focus. Exploring. Exploration features heavily too. The devs made it clear we aren't in a narrow corridor with Starfield. Serving as a galactic exploration sandbox, the player is free to fly off to another star system in their own ship and explore the procedural physics-simulated planets to their heart's content. Dynamic worlds with realistic biomes and hazards based on their size and distance from the sun. Gravity determined by the planet's size, and countless points of interest scattering the surface. Creatures inhabit some planets, while others are barren and dead, save for noteworthy points of interest, quests, resources, and secrets. Even the space between planets packs a punch, with space stations, asteroids, and encounters with other ships. It looks like Bethesda are trying to strike the sweet spot between exciting space adventures and realistic representations of what exploring the vast expanse of space is really like. After all, not every moon is bustling with life, but some may be hiding secrets. Resources and bases. Planets are littered with valuable resources. From items and loot, to vegetation, animals, and nodes of metallic elements, players are given a No Man's Sky-esque resource management and base building system. Players can scan planets, the life on them, and the resources found across them, collect them, and use them to construct space bases and outposts. Crews and companions can accompany the player on their journey too. There are 20 named companions the player can bring along, as well as many smaller crew members they can hire to run their ships and stations. Crew members will even come with traits that enhance their abilities to perform certain actions. Some may be more effective on the guns, others may be more effective manning the shields. Visuals and performance. Some hypercritics may claim that graphical fidelity isn't the S+ tier that a few other titles have managed to squeeze out recently, but the scale and the design of the landscapes more than makes up for it. Detailed and beautiful terrain and stunning cosmic backgrounds are a wonder to behold, and while some character models may be a tad rougher around the edges, they are still nothing to scoff at, and I personally have no issues with the visuals of the game. Console players do face a noteworthy performance sacrifice to serve this though, with a 30 FPS limit imposed. As is to be expected, PC players won't have any hard caps, but I do have to wonder what a 60 FPS PC needs to have inside it to successfully chug along without exploding. Verdict. My chips are all in. It has been a very long time since I got deeply immersed into a single player game, and Starfield may just be the title to suck me back into that kind of experience. Offering a balance of calm, relaxing exploration, exciting action combat, and a deep story to follow along, I'm faithful that Starfield will scratch more than a few itches. With such a massive world, massive galaxy, and a deep and dedicated modding community eagerly awaiting their chance to mod in Star Wars, Warhammer, and many more themes and features, the potential longevity of this game is captivating. If Starfield lives up to even a portion of the promises it makes, I can see myself spending many hours in this game for months or maybe even years to come. If, a cautious if, mindfully remembering the good things hype has done to other game titles. Should you buy it? I don't know. I already have and can't wait to dive in deeper, but if you're still on the fence and undecided, subscribe to learn more about specific details. Until then, I'll see you in the future.